Welcome. Red Leaf Retrocast. Upon recording, it's July 2nd, 2023. Central Command. It's my theme pick. I thought that was a nice little title. Nice little theme title. I'm JD. You're Colin. How you doing, Colin?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
It was Happy Canada Day.
It was
Belated.
Happy Canada Day. Almost July 4th. So we're right in the middle of independence for our countries.
Mm-hmm.
Joey, you're here too.
Yes, I am.
Right. Well, Joey, I got to hang out with Colin for a few hours when I went to Canada last weekend. Lots of fun. Had the good Ajisen ramen. I made myself sweat with the spice. I was like, God, I didn't add that much. Got old nice putter. It was good seeing everybody again. Stayed with Alex for a few days. Got to finally import my car into the United States. Long time coming there. I was very nervous at the border, both going and going back. So I made it back. No impounded car. Not arrested. Got to go back to work. Hooray! Make that money. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Colin, Toronto is fuck expensive.
Yeah.
It's even more so in the last 5 years. It's
In terms of...
well, the cost of living has just exploded. I mean, kind of obviously we all know that because of just how the economics of the world has gone in the United States, but in terms of Toronto, I just remember how much like even public transportation used to cost, and that's tripled. Now they have the bikes instead. So get a load of this, Joey. Public transportation is now so like clogged with the traffic and how much it costs. If you don't have the Presto card, you can no longer use cash at any point to like go to the driver directly. That's just totally out of the question. You can't do that. They're back to tokens, which is annoying. I hate that. So
you're cutting out.
Yeah. The grand minds in Toronto decided, okay, how about this? Bike sharing. We're going to close roads, open up more bike lanes, rather than just, I don't know, force the bikers to go to another block or two. So clog more traffic, clog more of the public transportation roads, more bikes. The bike sharing is cool, I will admit. Just put it on your little card, unlike a bike. It's like 10 cents a minute.
We got that in Houston. I used to use it a lot when I lived east downtown.
Yeah, that's all well and good. It's the implementation and the sacrifice of other sectors that doesn't make it like a great decision. Even though it was very helpful when I was there. So yeah. I did get a mini keg of Steam Whistle, went immediately to the LCBO. That was good, lasted me the whole weekend. Good old mini keg. When's the last time you got a mini keg, Joey?
I have no idea.
Since I lived in Houston?
No, I think we got one for once, like, River House trip I did a year or two ago.
Okay, alright. Not that long then. But yeah, went to the 2 wrestling shows. It was a phenomenal time. Essentially in a state of constant haze of being tipsy the entire time.
Sounds like me in Austin.
Oh man, I was so exhausted by the end of the Sunday pay-per-view Forbidden Door that the second I got home, I just laid on the bed. The lights were still on. Didn't even like fully lay. It's one of those where you just sit on the bed and then you just lay back and your like legs are hanging over still. And I passed out like within seconds. The drive back was fairly easier. I didn't have to worry about taking shits in the woods like I did on the way up with the terrible beef jerky idea that I had.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What?
Okay,
Hey,
so
since there's a story.
Yes. Okay, so the way up, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to the Cumberland Farms. Nice little. They do like breakfast stuff there. It is a gas station, so the decisions are already being questionable. So I got like an egg sandwich and 2 things of beef jerky. One was
gas station egg sandwich.
yes, gas station egg sandwich.
Did
That's
you learn
what-
anything from Futurama?
So, but the egg sandwich wasn't the total problem. I got this beef jerky, which was flaming hot Cheetos flavor kind of deal, and it wasn't that spicy. Okay. Then I got this like Cool Ranch beef jerky flavor. Anyways, so I eat the egg sandwich, and I'm like, I've had better. It tasted like a McDonald's McMuffin kind of deal, or a McGriddle, whatever they're called. And so I get like halfway to Toronto or Buffalo because I stayed the night in Buffalo, and along the like New York Expressway tollway deal, they got rid of all the man toll booths, and they've replaced them with gas stations, and everything's easy tag, but all of the rest stops are under construction. So there's like no toilets for just hours. Hours and hours and hours. Well, what happened is obviously the egg sandwich did not go through. It was a risk I was willing to take. Like, all right. The problem is the spicy beef jerky. So it made my body process the spicy beef jerky way too fast, and it was just straight fire. Multiple times, emergency pullover situations. Luckily, I have a lot of napkins in my car.
Oh, jeez.
Can't handle the spice?
Well, I can handle the spice, but not when it processes through my body in like 30 minutes. You know? So that was the issue. But I did make it through the border, no problem. Buffalo was all right, I guess. It's Buffalo. Don't expect much. Skipped right over Niagara Falls. It's like, yep, I've seen that waterfall many times at this point. And then the way back was kind of more the same without the spicy hotness going through my butthole. But there was no toilets. It just every sign was, maybe there's a bathroom in 40 miles. Like, are you kidding me? And then it has the gall to tell me at this rest stop, do not go to the bathroom, like, in the, like, park area. I'm like, well, too bad. I gotta go. So, yeah, bathroom stories. Rained the entire way back once I hit the Niagara Falls border there. So it was just, like, 8.5 hours of just rain. So it felt like 12, 14. Very exhausted the next day at work. Colin, have you know, I did buy Final Fantasy 16.
Nice.
Yeah. Used my GameStop points kind of deal. So, $30 for a brand new game. I would say that's not too bad.
For sure.
Yeah. Haven't been able to play it yet. Busy with work playing. I'll be honest, I was playing one of these games. I almost beat it like twice in a weird way. I was very obsessed with it. So that's where a lot of my time went while I was in Canada and hanging out with Alex there. We did play. He has Game Pass on his Xbox One, so I played a little of the Plague game, Tales Requiem or whatever it was called. You remember?
Oh, Plague Tales?
Plague Tale Requiem, yeah. It's the sequel. Not as good as the first one. When it's a narrative, story-ridden game with not a lot of in-depth combat at all, and it's a puzzle narrative game, the puzzles weren't that interesting, and the narrative wasn't that interesting. It's all about trying to, like, save the brother. He's going through, I guess, plague puberty. And yeah, played about like 3 hours of it, and I finally just got through like 5 chapters and went, you know what, I'm done with this. Because I really enjoyed the first one, and the second one just never grabbed me. So I put that down, and then we had drinking competitions, playing PGA, the EA game of PGA, the Masters. That is not as good as PGA 2K. Joey, I'll have you know. It's much more arcadey. You can purposely play it harder, but really you just pick like a finesse shot every time that you're approaching the green and you'll be fine. Bomb the drives and you're done. I thought the putting was much harder to understand because there's this like power bar on the bottom, but the way it's angled and it's at the feet, you can't really truly tell how hard you're hitting it or soft. So you either always under or over hit it. So that took a lot of getting used to. So I don't think the EA Sports PGA game is as good. I think there's a lot to be desired there. So that's a crash course in what I've been doing. How about you guys?
Well, I went to Austin last weekend, so I also spent most of that weekend drinking.
Hell yeah.
And I also had an interesting trip, but back. But I did have beef jerky on the way there, but I didn't ship my brains out like you because I went to Buc-ee's. Praise be. So I got the good jerky. But on the way back, well, on the way there, my tire pressure went on and I filled up my tires and nothing happened. I made it there safely. But as my car sat there in my friend's parking lot all weekend, it went flat. So I had to fill it up at the gas station. And I got 2 miles down the road and it started going flat again.
Uh-oh.
So I was like, ooh, let me get to a tire shop. Discount Tire, of course, doesn't work on Sundays because who has tire problems on Sundays?
Yeah, what are you having tire problems on a Sunday for?
I know, fuck me. So I went to another tire shop, but it was actually just a tire shop, not like a tire repair place. So I had to quickly find another one. I ended up going to Costco, and they didn't have my tires. So they're like, we can try to repair it. And I was like, good, because I need to get home. Like, I'm already wasting a couple hours here. Turns out it was just the pressure valve, though. After like 3 or 4 hours of trying to find a tire place and filling up my tire,
something so
simple. Gas station. Yeah, I was like, just patch it up good enough for me to get home. I don't give a fuck. I just want to get home. So yeah, but had a good time in Austin. I made 2 of my friends moved out there last year, so I took them out to the Texas Sake Company, which makes delicious sake.
Did you bring any back?
Yeah, I already drank it all.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I asked.
Yeah, they make good sake. They actually moved since the last time I went. They used to be in a tiny little place. Now they have this nice little setup. So they're expanding. So yeah, and then I played some Diablo 4, and then I picked up the Spider-Man PS4 one just to finish the DLCs before the new game comes out.
Oh, okay, all right. Really like those Spoodermans.
Yeah.
Colin, how you doing, buddy?
I had a pretty eventful Sunday night last weekend. Is that at 1 a.m, my kitchen got flooded.
Oh my god, we're all just going through weird things.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Kick the fridge?
If only. It was raining like crazy. Just like gushing down. And apparently, according to this construction guy that my landlord brought in after the fact, there was some cracks in the foundation that it was going through.
Oh my god.
So he's it ended up coming out from like behind my stove, a little bit from under the fridge, and even some in the fucking cupboard. So a bunch of my bowls and plates got flooded with water. So I had to lay down a whole bunch of towels to keep it from going all over the place. Thankfully, nothing was seriously damaged, but still needed to wring out and wash my towels and mop up the rest of the water.
Man.
So that was annoying.
I very much dread the day something like that happens now that I own a home. Just something asinine and crazy like that is just, oh no.
Yeah, it will happen. It will happen.
Oh yeah, something terrible.
Yeah. Makes me want to take a trades basics course just to be able to patch up certain things before bringing in a professional.
Yeah, so Lowe's and Home Depot, and I recommend taking up bowling because there's lots of people there that know how to do those things.
Yeah,
that's been my joke for a long time now. But Lowe's and Home Depot do a lot of classes like that, so I'm sure there's probably a place in Canada that just offer trades courses. once a month or so you can pick up on something.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, because they go, oh, now that you know how to fix these things, buy from our store.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into that when the day comes that I eventually get a place of my own. It's worth it to know, to at least stabilize the problem before fixing it.
Yes, sir. Okay. I'm going to cut you off there. I'm going to play some drops, and we're going to get to these 2 games.
Are we going to talk about the games we played? Or the Nintendo Direct?
Nah.
What? I don't even get to brag about being the Valkyrie Queen in God of War.
I mean, if you want to. I did play the drop, but you beat God of War. There was a Nintendo Direct with a lot of Pikmin type stuff and random games. Well, give us a crash course, Colin.
Well, yeah, I beat God of War. I beat the Valkyrie Queen, hardest boss in the game. And let me tell you, it never felt so good watching Kratos ripping off the wings. As for beating the game itself, I don't know that I feel like a lot was truly accomplished. I mean, there's lots of fun and interesting character interactions along the way, and the challenges were fun, but didn't really feel that much like a conclusion to an epic story.
Well, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, the real conclusion, I assume, is for Ragnarok.
Joey, is there an epic conclusion to satisfy Colin?
I'm trying to think. I don't really remember how it ended.
At the very least, there should be a lot more of the Norse gods around.
Oh, I remember how it ended. Okay. Epic, there's an ending, but it's open. Setting it up for the 3rd one that I'm assuming they're going to make.
There's a lot of fun stuff in there. Myth Force looks fun. Silent Hope looks fun. It looks like it's trying to be what Ys 8 tries to be. Though I haven't really played that yet. Or something like Monster Hunter / Stardew Valley.
Did I save any of these games in my bookmarks? Twitter's dying, so it's hard to tell what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Metaphor Refantazio. Some Atlas
Sounds
game.
vaguely familiar.
Penny's Big Breakaway.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. It was made by the Sonic Mania team, so.
Yeah. Mario Kart DLC, more terrible Star Ocean games.
Well, there's a remake of the 2nd game, so.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Yeah, that looks fun. And remaster of Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, that was kind of the big takeaway was that one for me.
Yeah. Sonic Superstars looks fun. Kind of looks like Sonic Generations, but all side-scrolling. And you'll get special abilities from the Chaos Emeralds, so that looks like fun. And it sounds like there's going to be local 4-player co-op, so that'll be a lot of fun for me and my nephews, because they love Sonic games, but the single-player nature makes it difficult to play when they're over at my place. So if we can all play at once, that'll be great.
Okay.
And that's all I can really think of that really stood out to me.
Yeah.
The System Shock remake came out on Steam and GOG, and I bought it in the Steam summer sale, so you'll probably hear me talk about that in the future.
Oh yeah, a little past game we played on the Retrocast here. Okay. Also have to hear more about it.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Now I'll play the drop.
Cool.
Alrighty then. Here we go.
Okay.
Central Command. So basically, the theme I went with was, obviously, I wanted to play one game in particular, get back in the mode of it, but it's a kind of real-time puzzle strategy type stuff, real-time strategy. However, with kind of a twist, I would say, with one of them in particular, and the other is a kind of humble beginnings of them all, if you will. So that was the idea there. Beginning thoughts over the two games, Colin. Like impressions kind of deal.
Well, one of them looked really fun. It passed me by, but now I'm kind of regretting not playing it. And the other I'd never heard of, and it was definitely an interesting concept. Not sure the execution was quite there, but it was a good first try. At least I think it was first.
Yeah, it's one of
like
the first, if not. Joey?
These two are okay.
Just okay?
Yes, just okay.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so the first game was Herzog Zwei, which means Duke 2. Herzog Duke Zwei mean 2, of course. Published by Sega, developed by Technosoft. Spring 1990 is when it came out, basically across the world there. It is kind of the prelude to Command and Conquer and, I guess, a StarCraft and Dune, which we've played. But basically, if you've played the Sega Ages collection version, which is the one I played, there's actually like an anime girl tutorial, which is extremely helpful versus the original version.
That would have been very helpful.
Yeah, because I put on an emulator of the original version and had no fucking clue what I was doing.
That's what I did.
So when I looked it up,
play much.
Yeah. So when I looked it up, the immediate recommendation was turn on Sega Ages, and you will have an epic tutorial over what each fighter thing does, what you need to do, depicting your aircraft, which is very much kind of in the realm of Macross, if you're familiar with that anime.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of too.
Yeah, so you're this ship, and you have a essentially headquarters base, and you have various other bases. And what you basically do is set up a anti-ground, anti-air. I think there's like 8 units or something that you do, and what the crux of it is your ship makes them and then takes them to their specific locations, and then of course you give them commands to do that. And the difficulty is you also have a fuel meter for all these things and cost value. So you can refill your fuel when you go over a base by just hovering over it a little bit. And yes, you are a ship doing all these things. And the good thing is, even if you run out of fuel somewhere, you will crash and then respawn back at the main headquarters base. So it's not game over until the headquarters itself is destroyed. And that's your goal. What I found hilarious was the little anime girl will go, "This game is fucking hard. Many people have thrown controllers, so be patient."
Yeah, for a Genesis game, this is pretty advanced. It was giving me flashbacks to Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Right? Exactly. That's yeah, we have played that for the podcast in the past, and I thought this was a little bit more bare bones to it. The difficulty was understanding what all the acronyms are, so yeah, gotta look those up, what each unit does, the purpose of them, and then just figuring out what this fucking map is the entire time, what you need to do and where to go. It's a lot of just trial and error and looking up strategies to help you along the way. And, you know, I played about a few rounds there, and I got overwhelmed in every single one of them, and I'm like, yep, this is in a very early real-time strategy game with lots of roughness around the edges.
Yeah, for sure. It also kind of reminded me of Advance Wars, just with all the base capturing and such.
Yeah. I mean, at the time when this came out, it got extraordinary reviews almost across the board because it's a first of its time, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You'd be shocked to know that the game did well in like Europe and Germany.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd never even heard of it until the cast, until you picked it.
Yeah, I've always I've always like known of the game, but I never like pursued to play it. I know it's made by the same people that do Thunder Force, which I really enjoy those games. So this was definitely a new experience, at least from the ground level of what RTS is.
Yeah, I remember Thunder Force. I really enjoyed that one.
Joey,
Is there?
how'd you do?
I play like 10, 15 minutes. I couldn't even find an enemy. So I gave up.
It's a lot of deployment, redeployment, setting up tactics, and then you got to put like a good hour or so in before you finally go, oh, this game's hard as shit.
I didn't know what to do outside of just flying around base, so the tutorial would have been helpful because I knew nothing.
Yeah, both of you guys had that aha moment. You're like, that would have been so helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked up an instruction manual online after playing for like 5 minutes. I was like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. What does any of this shit mean?
Yeah, even if you so the Sega Ages collection, you could also just try to totally nerf the game with everything costs cheap. You have ultimate defense, ultimate offense. You can still get overwhelmed pretty easily because of the game's difficulty level, even if you're trying to cheat. So that's kind of all I wanted to say about this game. It's I would say it's straightforward, but it's not really. It's an RTS game in the sense. So I'm gonna fail it, but pass it on the sense of it's a first of its time and it's clearly like made well, I think.
Yeah.
But in terms of 2023 eyes, I can't pass it.
Yeah, I'm failing it. Like it probably was great when it came out, but it's not worth going back to.
No.
Yeah, I'll give it a soft fail.
Okay. It's a nice quick review there for the 1990 game. Now the real star of the show. The game that I played almost twice. It is the original Pikmin from Nintendo. Came out on the GameCube originally in 2001, around Christmas time. And you are Captain Olimar, a little alien dude with stubby arms and legs. He's got 30 days to collect his crashed ship parts, because he crashes on this planet. And even if you get like one ship part a day, you will succeed. There's even 5 optional ones you can get. So it's really like 25 pieces. You just need
one of them is a life ring.
Right. Yeah.
You never know if you need a flotation device in space.
Right. Of course. Yeah, lots of good humor. Yeah. But each day lasts 13 minutes. So there is a time limit on each of these days, which my first experience with Pikmin was Pikmin 3 on the Wii U. And now that I've gone back and played this, the time limit implementation really it's like long enough where you can figure out things to do. The first day doesn't have that time limit, not really. And once you figure out like how to get a Pikmin, how to raise them, how to make them eat nectar and repopulate, and then the 3 have their own quirks to them.
Oh, those things are nectar. I was like, what are these little tablets that I'm pulling back?
Well,
yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah, they look like bottle caps, basically. Some of those things to get more Pikmin. Then the puzzle aspect of commanding this army, as opposed to Herzog Zwei, is simply point at the group, click, blow the whistle. They will follow you. You will be just get used to quite a few glitches here and there as they go. Pikmin will get stuck somewhere. Maybe you'll just randomly start picking shit up without your permission. These assholes. The creatures that you have to fight here and there, their death animations might take a couple with them. When they slam into the ground, that's annoying. One motion might take out like 10 Pikmin when there's like maybe only 2 in the vicinity of their attack. Things like that. A lot of there's roughness around the edges, but nothing like ground killing. I did come across one instance where you're taking back a ship part and it got like stuck on a bridge and just couldn't go anywhere. So I had to reset the save file. The 13 minutes time limit I found if I was kind of not figuring out the puzzle right away, I didn't feel too stressed. It was like, okay, this is what I got to do to set up my Pikmin for this day the quickest, and then I can tackle it the next day. Because, there were some days I would get 2 or 3 pieces. There's 5 worlds to this, where you can, once you get like your blue Pikmin, then you can go back to another world, and the blue Pikmin can go in water, which is deadly to the other 2. Eventually Olimar can handle the water as well. I just thought it had a great progression and very easy to pick up and play and understand what you need to do. Colin, your thoughts?
Well, I didn't have a copy of this one, so I had to watch a YouTube video, but...
Oh man, this game's stupid expensive now. On the original GameCube and Wii.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it's like... so in Canada, it's about $100.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Let me see what it goes for in America now. But I know, I was looking at it in A&C Games in Toronto, and the first and second one individually go for like $100 each.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. Seems to be a trend. It's just like with Zelda Twilight Princess, at least the GameCube version.
On eBay, there's one for $70, one for $275, and one for $115. That's the Japanese version.
Yeah, it looks like Pikmin 2 is the more rare one. It goes for about $90 in America. And the first one looks like it's about $65 on the cheap side. So
sounds about right.
Yeah, that's it's not cheap, but released on the Nintendo Direct was the remake of Pikmin 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch. So very much more affordable these days. Definitely recommend picking that up.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that in the fall.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at it, I seriously can't believe I let this game pass me by.
I know. So I didn't have a GameCube or Wii. I do now, but not back then. I had, PS2 and all that. I got a Wii U, and that's why the Pikmin 3 was my first experience with it. And, I played that to hell. The gamepad worked great with it. I thought it was very perfect for this kind of game. So I was very pleasantly not surprised, because I liked Pikmin 3, but you go back and play like the original Animal Crossing, and you're like, okay, maybe not a lot of in-depth things going on here. Maybe some of the mechanics are still very rough, but Pikmin 1 I think held up to the level that I kind of expected it to.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I would have been all over this game if a friend had put a controller in my hands and said, play for just 10 minutes. So it looks very, very addicting.
I can tell you, I beat the game. I love the, there's one boss that I couldn't beat. It's like this gas frog deal. It's like looks like a blob of, it looks like a Gengar coming at you, but smoking. I couldn't beat that. I just avoided that one. But strategize your Pikmin accordingly between the red, yellow, blue water, red fire, or can handle fire, and yellow got the bombs. I would say the yellow are probably the most limited, because you could easily accidentally shove a yellow Pikmin somewhere, and then it'll fucking kamikaze and blow up half your platoon. You're just like, oh no, awful, and then you just restart the day. You're like, okay, that's a mulligan. That one.
Yeah, I hope the Switch version will mitigate the bugs.
Well, I was reading that I haven't played Pikmin 2. Do have it, which was lucky for me that I just went ahead and bought that years ago when I did. But they fix the shortcomings of the Pikmin in the future games. This one was more the pick up and play, figure out what these three things do, and then go to your find your next objective and go do it. And how do you get there? It's very straightforward. I think the difficulty level is very even. Good progression to it. I massively enjoyed this. The challenge mode is real wild. After you beat the game, that's what I was kind of messing with. That's
yeah.
That's how many Pikmin can you get on one day as possible, basically, and then you just go around and cause mayhem.
Nice.
Not as difficult as it seems once you get kind of the idea to it. I believe you can get 60 Pikmin on day 1. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're only allowed 100. That's the deal. So, I was mostly just a red and blue guy the whole time. Just I'd maybe carry around 5 or 10 yellows with me, just for the bombs where they were necessary. So, it's mostly like a 50-50 split between red and blue. What did you guys take away just looking at videos and whatnot? Because I get the feeling that I was the only one that really played this.
I played 2 days. I played enough. I didn't get to blue. I got yellows. But, I mean, I just like throwing them around. But the game kind of felt like it was the same thing going forward.
I wouldn't say it's repetitive because of that. It's more like set yourself up. It takes a few minutes, and then once you do that, then it's go around and puzzle solving. Throw here, throw there, bomb here, bomb there. Throw your Pikmin at your enemy's butt and make them go at it hard.
Yeah,
and some parts you have to carry through fire geysers, so you gotta use only red Pikmin.
Right.
And some spots you can only get it through water, so you need blue Pikmin. And at some point, you gotta just leave a bunch of Pikmin to knock down a wall while you're going somewhere else to grab some other stuff. And you gotta shove a box into place so you can actually access a certain area. And stuff like that makes me want to get the game and play it for myself.
Yeah, I'm very curious about Hey Pikmin. That is the 3DS game. I don't really know much about it. I didn't even know it came out, actually. Until I was
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a game about gardening essentially, and with a twist of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids elements. That's what I got.
Nice. Yeah, and it looks like in the Pikmin games you see all kinds of oversized versions of mundane human world objects, like tin cans and cardboard boxes and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where some of the quirky humor comes in.
Okay, so according to this, the game has 3 different endings. I assume one of those is... Yeah. Pikmin 1 endings. I assume one of these is just all of them are just fucking dies.
Failing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He fucking suffocates. You see him clutching and his head explodes. Let's see. So the good ending, if you can get all... spoilers, I guess. I don't know. It's a fucking 20-year-old game at this point. If you can get all 30 parts before day 30, you get to see the happy ending. You need to beat the Emperor Bulbax, which is a fun boss battle, by the way. You get the secret safe, back to the SS Dolphin. Olimar jumps with joy, turns to nighttime. Olimar looks at the Pikmin while they tilt their heads in confusion while he's leaving. And then, he just kind of leaves.
He just leaves them?
Yeah, he just hey, thanks, Pikmin.
Peace out, bitches.
Peace out, slaves. I'm out of here. Average ending. This is the one I got because I did not get the secret safe back. Player must get minimum of 25 ship parts, but not all 30. I did not get all 30. Olimar will walk back to the dolphin, one glance at the Pikmin, and leave in a hurry. Only one yellow, one red, and one blue are staring up in the sky, wondering if they will ever see Olimar again. No credits or enemy reel is shown, by the way. It just kind of ends. Then the bad ending. You can get this by not getting the 25 ship parts needed. This is the worst possible ending you get. When Olimar will realize he cannot live on the planet any longer. He'll try to take off with one of each type of Pikmin looking up at him. The ship will spin several times, then the main engine will explode. Oh my god! The Pikmin find Olimar's dead body and carry him to the onion.
Oh no!
This will produce Pikmar, the combination of Pikmin and all. Oh my god! It's a fly ending.
Well, what did we expect?
Holy shit! Oh my god, that's
yeah.
Fucking the bad ending's awesome. it's just tragedy and despair. I'm gonna send you guys this link. I should well, I'll send it to you afterwards, but it's just oh, there we go, finally. There you go. Nintendo Fandom Wiki Pikmin endings. Holy shit. I want to watch this bad ending right now. Forget it. Okay. So yeah, it only takes about 8 hours to play through the game. It's not like terribly long at all. I found it wildly satisfying. You can totally like pillage an entire area of all of its like resources. So maybe that's a commentary on something. Don't overfarm, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm passing Pikmin. I adore this game. I adore the franchise. I don't know how Pikmin 2 is, but I've heard mixed things.
Yeah, easy pass.
I'll give it a soft pass.
Soft pass for Joey. All right, satisfying guy. Okay.
Hey, the bad ending, they don't even pull him out of the ground. How dare them?
Yeah, you just fucking leave him there.
Yeah, he's just in the ground. They're just staring at him while he's in the ground with his
well, fuck, it's Pikmar. I wouldn't pull that thing out of the ground. I'd go, freak! It's a monster!
Kill it with fire!
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the two games were Herzog Zwei on the Genesis and Pikmin on the GameCube. I'm giving Pikmin an A. I really massively enjoyed it. And I'm giving Herzog Zwei a C. Pikmin the favorite. Who next?
I'll go.
Oh, you go.
Mine are the same as yours. Herzog Zwei is a C and Pikmin an A.
All right. Joey.
Oh, my grades don't matter, but Pikmin a B and Herzog a D. And of course, Pikmin was a better one because it actually was a game.
It actually was. Well, I mean, Herzog's a game too. You just know how to play it.
You get taught how to play it. And I wasn't.
All right. Colin, you have the next theme pick. What is it?
It is Where It All Began.
Like that. We got it all picked out. Good.
Yeah.
Before sequels we played, right?
Yeah. I would say prequels, but that doesn't sound exactly right.
Just the first.
It would
game
imply
of the
they were
series.
made after the games we covered, so it's more like predecessors.
Yep. Okay. That does it for all of us here. Guys, fun episode, nice and quick. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye now.